All right, this is the last video where we're just going to kind of do some extra stuff. I'm going to move these things down here. I'm going to zoom out so I can really get a full view of my flyer. Now, my flyer naturally has some settings on it that you might not know about. One of the things that it doesn't naturally do is a border around the edge, but there's a spot marked for it. If you want to design your page to have a border around the edge, the Design tab can do that for you real easy. It's this last one down here. If I click on Page Borders, I get very similar options to outlines of shapes. So I can make dotted lines. I can get a shadow on it. Just get a straight box. So there's none, box, box with a shadow, three-dimensional, and then there's some custom. Usually I just use some of these common lines and these little shadow and see what we get here. So you get that outline plus the shadow to the side. If I click on that again, pull that menu up and change the color from black to maybe some purple. I can change the width of the lines just like with outline. Let's make it nice and thick. And then there are other options if you click on art where it's little clip art options, which are really fun. It doesn't use most of these settings up here. It kind of does its own thing, but you can click around in those and they have some interesting options. So now it's purple, it's nice and thick if I zoom in. And then I'll show you one of the art options. There's apples there, I like that. It's a frame of apples. And then down here you have these patterns that come out looking pretty cool. So if you want to make a border, feel free. Those black ones, the picture ones at the top have their own color. These black ones can still be colored. So if I clicked on this one right here and shows a color for it, I still like that purple. Now I can get the purple version of that. So click around, see what you like, and make it look the way you want. These things are all preset designs for different types of documents, so we don't need to touch those for this flyer. We've completely formatted it ourselves this time. So just worry about the page borders. One other cool thing I'm going to show you is the watermark. So watermarks are these faded things you can put in the back. These are common ones that people put on important documents, but we're going to make a custom watermark. I'm going to use a picture because it's here you can use text. For example, it's Ostos. That's the text. You can choose the font just like you usually would. The color, it'll always be kind of faded, but let's make it a little blue. You can diagonal or horizontal. So diagonal would be it goes from the bottom to the top or top to the bottom. And the corners, opposite corners, and then horizontal will be straight across the middle. So we're going to see, we're going to apply it. I'm going to move this over, and we can see it's back there behind all of my pictures. There's this watermark behind there. So if you wanted to set it up in a different way, you could see that watermark back there. Edit, remove watermark. You can also do the same thing with pictures. So instead of having a big picture in the middle, you could have a picture from the internet. Now, you need to select a picture. So this would have to be an option where you've saved it. We're going to work offline or from a file, browse. I have that picture saved just like I did before right here. And wash out is what means it makes it kind of grayed out. So, okay. And now if you look, you can see a faded image of the puppy on the back. You don't need to do that. It's just a bonus. So if you like any of those things, feel free to try them out. If not, you're well into the project and you probably have a great flyer. I can't wait to see it. Have a good one, guys.